Hello, everybody. I just thought I would put like a little audio video real quick. If you guys are not interested in that, just keep skipping because I'm gonna get straight to the things from my channel. I'm on StreamYard, y'all, but this goes to like my YouTube, so check me out. Um, so I had some deep thinking and processing to do as I received some downloads of information of things that I didn't necessarily want to hear, but need to be aware of. So I come here to use my life as a teachable lesson in a situation that is not ideal for me, but could be information for you in a hindsight way. Like, so that you don't go through a situation, but for me, it's kind of hindsight, right? So I do believe in redemption. I don't know if you do, but I believe in redemption for people who make mistakes. I believe in people being human and having a immature, or I would say even say like innocence and ignorance in a sense of innocence. Like I get that, right? But there's just certain things that just can't be overlooked and they can't be seen as innocent, or they can't be described as positive or over or redemptive. Like they can be redeemed. Essay is one of those things. I can't. For me, I can't forgive someone like that. I can't. I can't even lie and say I do. You know, to force yourself on someone in that manner, it's just like it's disgusting and deplorable. And you have no morals or no boundaries, and you do stuff like that, and it's just like, no, I can't align myself with people who that's how they decide to operate. People who unalive people, I can't. If you're willing to take away something that doesn't belong to you because of a senseless argument or just because of like monetary gain, I just can't. I don't think there's a redemption part for you, and I don't care what everybody says. Oh, we're gonna pray for your soul. No, I don't. Not pray for your soul. Um, yeah. People who touch people who are under 18. I don't. I don't mess with that, and you need to go and figure out what you're gonna do in life because it's not gonna be good for you. You and those people need to get some type of help and assistance. But I don't think there's no redemption for you because I feel like you are consciously aware of what you're doing, and you should probably you need help. So that's just me. Those are my big three. It's probably more I'm not mentioning right now, but for right now, for what I can think about is those three. Why am I mentioning that? Right? I feel like if you have done something to somebody and you you done something really fucked up to somebody, right? And this is like something that is one of those three things. Like I'm not like it's like the man who unalives a family. He's asking for the family's forgiveness for the people he unalived, right? Like me, I'm not that like, oh, I'm gonna forgive you. Like, not, I'm like, you need to go and be with that person that it left the building too. Like that's kind of what I feel like. But that's just my mental thought, right? I feel like that. So I feel like if you are the villain and you're trying to make it right with the victim, and I hate to say victim because I don't know the mindset of the person and where they've healed to whether they're a survivor or a victim or both. But if you're you've done something to someone, and I can't say unprovoked, because really you are the provoker. If you're doing and you come back to have a conversation or try to rectify, you need to be careful what you are trying to I mean, I never tell a person not to make amends because they need to make amends. They need to um apologize. But I would think with God, with the most high, not necessarily, I don't know. For me, I would not want, I wouldn't want to forgive someone who did that to me. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a position where that person is begging for the same mercy they didn't give me, and, come and ask me, like, hey, I did something to your mother or father, I want you to forgive me. I'm just like, I can't do that. I'm not there yet in my spiritual walk where I can overlook your transgressions, my sir. I'm too hurt by your offenses to say that I can walk past it. So if someone did something to me, I'm not with it. Like, I'm not with it. Honestly, I can't forgive. I wouldn't be able to forgive that situation because I feel like you violated a part of me, and it's going to take me, not saying I'm not willing to do the work, an extensive amount of time to heal that wound that you've created. And now you want a peace after I've healed in my life, a space for you to create when you've damaged so much that I don't even feel comfortable with you creating anything. What more damage can you do? No. Certain people shouldn't be allowed to have second chances. Certain people should be muted. That's how I feel. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for it, and I'm not trying to be offensive. But I feel like in life, if you've done fucked up things to people and you are the person who did it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get to that too. I want to talk about how I don't like how certain dudes will sit there and be like, this is what SA. A man be like, oh, I don't see it the way you saw it, baby. I saw us having a good time. So it was one sided though, right? If a woman is telling you that she felt uncomfortable or she felt like the interaction was completely negative, and you feel like because in your masculine ego that the experience can't be any other way than what you see it as, you are a goddamn narcissist. Something's wrong with you. That's why I feel like motherfuckers don't want to fuck with people for real. I feel like people don't want to have engagements, relations because of the type of like you invalidating someone's space and then invalidating their experience because it's not equivocal to yours. First of all, I'm married, man. If me and my husband get down, it ain't never been an experience where it wasn't reciprocal. Like, it was completely consensual. I've been that state before, right? I wish a motherfucker would tell me that my experience isn't real because it doesn't match their experience. And then try to convince me that I should think about what they said. There's two Aprils in this situation that would respond. The mature April would just look at you and walk away from you because I'm not going to let you invalidate my experience, nor am I going to continue this conversation because you're beneath me and you're disgusting and deplorable. And I don't need to be sitting with you because you're a degenerate, right? 3Ds. The unhealed, unapologetic April will fuck you up immediately. Like, it will be a fight or an argument or a confrontation. Somebody gonna end up in the hospital. And knowing me as a Sagittarius, it could be you. And I know they say, and listen, that's the unhealed version. There's also another alternate version that it depends on if my husband is present, how that conversation is also going to go. So I go back into the beginning of the conversation where I do believe in redemption for everybody, except for people who touch children. I think that you are a disgusting, vile person. And I think you need to go and get right with God or somebody. You need to get up out of here, though. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, I think that you need to get help, buddy. You're sick. And I don't know. If you are touching women, if you are sleeping with women and they are passed out drunk, and these bitches don't drink, and you decide to take your ass and go some girl, and she is not awake during the act, you need to ask yourself some questions. How did you get consent? That's a big ass question that motherfuckers need to ask themselves. It's like, it remind me of like a fucked up scene of so many goddamn movies I didn't watch that I'm tired of watching that. It's because it's a common theme that you can't even drink. Look at P. Diddy and all the motherfuckers. You can't even drink. You can't leave your cup no fucking where, bro. You can't leave your shit nowhere without a motherfucker being like, ha ha, I'm gonna get you, put some shit in there. You can't share your L's with nobody. Cause motherfuckers would you see Jack Roy White, you can't even you can't even share the motherfuckers is I didn't get essayed that way. But I'm just saying the seriousness of it. Like you can't even have an enjoyable moment with people who are low vibrational because they literally will take advantage of you any chance they can. But like I said, going back to my original point, I feel like people who unalive people's families and put people through a considerable amount of pain should never ever be allowed to think they can get redemption from someone that you've caused so much agony and pain from. I think the Lord has to be the reason or the deciding factor for you being able to even receive any grace from that. I feel like you can't just take the life or take the innocence of or violate someone and think that a few conversations is going to change that. It's not. It's simply not going to do it. And for me, like, if you go come up to me and tell me, yo, I'm sorry I messed up your moms or your pops, I'm just going to look at you like, you got to deal with God on that level. I'm not going to forgive you because I don't feel like that's a judgment that the Most High has to give you. And I know the Torah. I ain't trying to go the religious route, but and I don't think you want to go there. If God is what they say in that book, good luck. Like what I read, I ain't like it. Even the New Testament. I'm not trying to go there though, like, right? Because I don't go there on this channel. But I will say, like, if you believe in that type of thing, um, but yeah, I'm getting to a point that I want to make. And the point that I want to make is that I do believe in redemption. I just don't believe that you can go and apologize your way in out of some shit that you fucking morally did to someone that interrupted their whole fucking lives and or try to alter or manipulate someone's experience because you feel insecure about what they're saying about the experience they had with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell somebody, oh, I didn't touch you at 13. You imagine that. Like, what? The fuck you talking about? What? You said you were 21 and I imagine that shit. Like, that's fucking weird. And people do that shit. That's some type of sick. That's sometimes it's so crazy. People who are sick don't see themselves as sick. And they had this conversation and they said, oh, it ain't me. And they know damn well it's them. It's you. And you know it's you. And you keep telling yourself in the mirror, it's you. It's not you. It is you, bitch. It's you. You just can't accept it. But I tell you one thing though. If you keep for the people out there, I know I ain't the only one that you just can't walk up to someone and apologize and do some messed up stuff and then apologize right. No, that's not how this works. Like I said, I believe in redemption for the biggest and smallest things, except for three things. It's just you can't get no redemption from me, and that is in the essay. No, you touching minors. No, you're a pedophile. No, and you unaliving people. You need to go and take your ass to jail somewhere or a psychological ward. I don't know where they put you, but you need to be there because it's disgustingly sick. I get real annoyed when I see that like the unaliver try to apologize to the family. I'm just like, motherfucker, I wish a motherfucker would, bro. You could never apologize to me about what you've done to anybody in my family and think I'm finna be like, oh, it's all good. We good, fam. No, we not ever gonna ever be good. And I'm a Scorpio Venus and a Scorpio midhaven. And my grudge holding is long. And my moon is Leo. I'm gonna tell you something I learned. Y'all can fill in the gaps if you want to, but it's what I know for me, and that's all I can say. I have a fixed moon. I have Leo moon. It's hard to do work on me emotionally, like love spells, and it's fixed. Leo do what the fuck Leo want to do. That's what my homegirl. I have a best friend, so a Leo, and Leos do what the fuck they want to do. I feel like it's people in the and now it's kind of turning like a real. I feel like it's motherfuckers in the community that would do work on a motherfucker to like like make them think that their experience ain't what they thought it was. It's like manipulation. I feel like manipulation is like witchcraft in a way because I feel like someone is intentionally trying to finesse or control or mold your perception. That's just like burning a fucking candle. Saying something is just like a spell to me, as far as I'm concerned. The words you speak into a situation is a spell. But I don't want to talk about that because I can get into a whole plethora of conversations. Like, how about the whole world uses black magic and white, well, I won't say white, black, but magic itself, incantations and other shit. And it's in our very fucking front of our faces. And even the most unintelligent or unawoken people can see it. Like, oh man, like I just, and I'm not even. I don't put it past abusers and murderers, all those people, to use those type of devices to manipulate their own victims in a world that we know that anyone can use any type of form of whatever to control the narrative as a form of like their own do. It's just sick, man. So here I'm just tell you, I believe in redemption. I believe in that people do a lot of fucked up things in their lives that they're not completely proud of and they want to change and be something different. And I commend those people for those choices. But I just can't forgive certain things. I cannot forgive someone touching a child. I can't. It makes me uncomfortable. I cannot. And it's sick and disgusting. And you need help. And I do not fuck with or tolerate people who unalive people. I just use my family as an example, but nobody has killed anybody in my family, and no one, to my knowledge, has touched any of my children. So thank God for that. But I can't say the essay didn't happen to me, right? So I will say that I feel like we need to do something about the degeneracy in our community because it's running rampant. And I feel like the people that cannot be forgiven or redemptive, or they can't get their redemption, they should go on about their way in a private way, in a private island or a private city where only them motherfuckers can deeply influence them other motherfuckers, because I feel like we already got enough fucked up shit over here. We don't need to add any more bullshit. Y'all need to make a little community of all the fucked up people over there. I'm tired of seeing it on the fucking blogs about some celebrity or some sick fuck getting caught in some bullshit. I'm just tired of it. I don't want to see it no more. Because I feel like we just gonna find out the whole world is a big bad. We already fucking knew that shit, so we ain't gonna find that shit out. But you get where I'm coming from. Like, it's this. I'm just, my stomach just turns looking at the shit. It's just disgusting of how people were doing these big powerful men. But anyways, Um, I don't believe in redemption for all. I do believe in redemption. I just don't believe in redemption for all, and I don't believe in redemption for those particular people. And I don't think you should ever get your apology from the people that you've hurt. I don't think you should get your redemption from them because you destroyed them in some manner. And even though they're going to repair themselves and get themselves together, you don't get a chance at the point where they've healed and gotten their lives together to try to make amends with them and say you're a different person. Watch they give you a chance because you haven't earned shit. That's what I feel like. But then again, hey, maybe I'm not. I never said I was all love and light on this channel. And I never said I was the most forgiving person. Actually, I'm not. I forgive certain, like I said, I forgive certain things, but not certain things I do not. No, ma'am. I ain't there yet in my walk. So, but I'm here to say, like, I feel like that I use the latest stuff with Combs, like with Cassie and Combs, because it's like he tried to control the narrative by saying everything she was saying was completely fabricated. Until the video came out, we all saw like, damn, right? We already fucking knew she was telling the truth. I'm just using this as an example for the essay and the other stuff. But it's just the point that a motherfucker will downplay the whole situation and try to control the narrative. It's just like, my guy, let that person tell their story. You ain't got to agree with the narrative, but that's a whole nother deal to come over and try to control the narrative of others to look this person like, oh, you're a lying ass motherfucker. But yeah, but your story still came out as you being the loser or you being the one that's doing shit. So it's like, damn. I feel like if you are the person doing something to people, the last thing you should try to do is manipulate your victims to tell them that they weren't a victim or to downplay their story or for a child to be told that what they experienced wasn't real. Like, what the fuck? What kind of society is this shit? I can't, man. And I don't care if people unsubscribe. Bye bye. I don't need your fucking. I don't need this. I just had to say that it just bothered me. I watch a lot of people's blogs and informational like stuff, and I just see it, and it makes my stomach hurt. As medically, I'm a cancer moon. It just makes my stomach hurt. Like hearing that shit, it just makes me uncomfortable. The people literally go out there and do this shit. They feel comfortable going to bed knowing they've just stripped and like dehumanized somebody and don't give no fuck about how that person feels, how they're healing, what they're becoming, you know? Luckily, I took my experience and became a very powerful person because of my wounds and scars that they've healed and made me, want to help other people. And I'm not saying that I'm motherfucking, that bit. I'm not saying that. I believe that the spiritual world is like a collective amount of people that come together and make a difference, and no one is bigger than the other person. We're all like a fabric woven into a cloth, right? That's how I feel about the community. But I just feel like I don't know where our world has gone. I feel like we need to get in that same fabric. We need to get the same fabric that I was describing. We need to get back to building something because this ain't it. Like I'm looking online and I'm seeing all this disgusting, deplorable ass shit, and people are completely comfortable and complacent with going to bed, not even looking at the things they've done and being like, "Did you think about what the fuck you were thinking about when you did this shit?" Like it's sickening how people can be in complete denial of their own filth, and this it's like, wow, like you are a disgusting human being by moral standards that you would not only try to control the narrative, eliminate and erase the proof, or try to like downplay someone's story and then try to call them crazy and try to blackball them and ruin their career or sabotage them. Like what? Like that's crazy as hell to me. Like I can't. But that's just my 2 cents. I feel like people I believe in redemption, but I just don't believe in certain people getting redemption. It's not redemption for all. It's not one size fit all. I feel like you don't get a chance to come back to your victim and try to recant the story so that it makes you like the less of a villain that you are. You can't like come to the victim family and be like, oh, well, I apologize and I'm a better person. In 24 hours, you did? Really? Well, what epiphany did you come to? That now you a different person. I don't believe in that over Christian. I love you. No, I just can't. No, that's fake to me. I can't. I have real human emotions, and I'm just not gonna forgive people that easily because that apology isn't genuine. And I'm not the kind of person to say down the line, I know my energy is gonna match my words. No, I don't know that. Even if I'm a psychic, I'm not gonna read it either. I'm not gonna even try to find out because I'm gonna let that shit be completely natural. That experience needs to be completely natural. Is there no motherfucking way? No. Ain't no motherfucking way. So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. Like, I didn't even want to get on camera to say all that. I was gonna make it into this too spicy for TikTok. I was gonna put it on TikTok, but nah, nah, I ain't gonna put that on TikTok because I feel like YouTube. I'm not worried about TikTok. I'm just like, yeah, maybe I'll make a different type of video to say the same thing. But yeah, I feel like, no, no. I'm just tired of seeing deplorable, disgusting things from people that shouldn't be doing these things and they know better and they don't have no remorse or consciousness. And then they would even go so far to brainwash or manipulate their victims to make a narrative look that's not true, to make themselves feel better when they go to bed or go and do it to the next person. It's just nasty and sick. And it's like, no, for me, it's a no for me, dog. Like, don't ever come back in my life trying to tell me what I experienced. Like, I will smack the shit out of you, bro. I think my natural reaction will be to smack you. Like, who are you to tell me what I felt and experienced? Who are you? If you felt this, the grapes, right, was deliciously good for you, then you're a sick, perverted motherfucker, not me. Because I knew clearly what it was. You're the motherfucker that got it all fucked up. You the only one that's enjoying it. That shows a lot about your character than me, buddy. Especially if a woman is saying, I didn't enjoy that experience, and you trying to make her feel like, oh, it's just you. No, it was you. It was what you did and how you did it. No, don't deflect and don't try to run away from what the fuck you did. The same thing go for child assaulters and people who take it upon themselves to try to downplay it. Oh, I didn't groom that girl, and I didn't. No, you did. You did. You did. You did. You groomed her. You groomed that girl or boy. You waited till they were grown and did that fucking sick ass shit. You people in Hollywood doing that nasty, disgusting, fucked up shit. You did it. You did it. Don't even try to deny it. You did it. It's nasty. I'm sorry. You need Jesus. You need Most High. Somebody need to come deliver you because, baby, you need it. You need to be locked up too. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not speaking to nobody specific, but I'm speaking to them people in Hollywood and they know who they are. You need to go ahead and you need to go ahead and lock yourself in that jail cell in your local jail police station and messing with those girls and trying to brainwash people and traffic them. That's disgusting. Like I can't. I don't even want to be on Earth no more. I want to take me a little like little spaceship and go to a safe place because this is not safe no more. And live happily ever after for like the rest of my 70 more years of life, eating like freeze dried popcorn. I can't, man. For real, I can't come back to Earth. Earth is ghetto. I do not recommend. So yeah, like I said, I believe in redemption for a lot of people that make a lot of mistakes that they may not completely understand what they were doing in that moment, and they needed to get themselves together and understand the underlying cause of their decision and be able to be more accountable for those decisions, right? These are my conditions. I'm not saying that you should have the same ones. But when somebody is doing something like, like you doing some of their kids, or like you doing something like family, like you trying to hire a mercenary, and you need to get your ass on somewhere. You can't be forgiven because you intentionally did this to this person. And I feel like you shouldn't get the right to come back into someone's life after they've healed from the trauma and pain you've inflicted and be like, oh, now I want to be a part of your world like Ariel. No, you can get